Hey, how's it going, everyone? Hopefully you're having a great day, night, and or evening. I just wanted to come on here because there's someone who's getting slandered who's very deep and close to my heart over the years. I've been watching them since I was a kid, created some of the best ever content you can make, for whether it be guides or just in general for the old Call of Duty Zombies community, and decided to transfer over to Destiny and have a wonderful time so far and even start cracking some puzzles. I mean, this guy was known as the lore daddy before Bife even was the lore daddy for Destiny. I mean, this guy is where you went to figure out anything about Call of Duty Zombies. He's a staple in the COD Zombies universe, just trying to make himself a little nice pit somewhere, a little nice, canvas little house built on the road inside of the Destiny community. And he was streaming recently a blind Salvation's Edge master encounter with, I believe, under light level with a few other people who haven't done it before, and he's getting called misogynistic for what? Because he argued with a girl in a stream, who came out, by the way, and said that whoever's saying this is wrong. Okay, 100% they came out and said that it absolutely isn't correct. Now, I just want to put this out here. If you've never done a contest mode raid before, then you don't have room to talk about someone who is being off kilter or slightly, angry, especially after being sleep deprived and doing a raid for literally almost days at a time, it seems like at that point. I think it took him over 18 hours, from what I know of, from what I believe, it took him well over 18 hours. And people are out here calling him misogynistic. Dude, I have screamed with and against raid teams before when I'm doing contest mode, because it is a high emotional environment, because you're standing there for hours just trying to figure this encounter out, trying to do what you can do so you can complete it and get on to the next boss or activity that's in there, or just beat the raid in general. It is a high stakes, highly intense energy and emotion wise environment. It's simply the fact this man is possibly one of the best, and I mean the best people to even grace YouTube in general. Besides maybe Markiplier, who personally I never really got into, but from everything I've seen, he's an amazing dude. There has never been a complaint about him, just like there's never been a complaint about the mrrofflewaffle situation until recently. I mean, this guy literally created a literal video thing, where I don't even know what you want to call it, where he created either a fake scenario or a real scenario where Treyarch was sending him off into the woods for the Call of Duty Zombies community, where eventually he got his brainwashed and ends up into the Treyarch headquarters. This is a multi-video series where he eventually ends up inside of the Treyarch headquarters, okay? Just to entertain his audience, just to bring out something new, because the Zombies community has been dead for years now, and he is doing his absolute best with what he can. And for anything and everything, there's nothing I appreciate and love seeing more than a guy with a presence and such an amazing stature and well known to be an amazing person as mrrofflewaffle transferring from one of my other used to be favorite games to my current favorite game of today. This guy has never been caught, from what I know, of any conspiracies or anything other than his counterparts, which he used to, I think he knows them more than he actually played with them, but Noah J456, where he is extremely religious against everything, and then he goes out and cheats on his wife. Okay, which that's, from one of my knowledge, is what actually happened. Now, whatever the situation is, it is what it is. That's not the worst thing that could happen, but still, it isn't good. This is a good person. He has never been caught in any controversy. I think he's maybe had one total girlfriend throughout the years, and from what I know of, this guy has been going to college for years and has a pretty high up degree in some sort of mathematics where he could be used even better in there. Instead, he decides to give us his time by making guides for COD Zombies, learning what he could do in Destiny, and if I remember correctly, he's part of the reason we even figured out the chess puzzle as fast as we did inside of Destiny. And you guys want to sit here and slander a man's name because he might have gotten slightly out of character when he was talking with someone that just ended up being a woman? You have to be kidding me. That is simply the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard in my life. Mr. Waffles is a staple of what most YouTubers should be. A genuine human who's a genuine good person trying their best to entertain their audience in the best way they know how. And I am honored to have him be part of the Destiny 2 team, because honestly, with him and Bife, if they team up together, like it seems like they kind of have been already a little bit, they will create and show new lore entries and figure out puzzles, or Mr. Waffle's do the puzzles, that no one has even thought to figure out. This is a very intelligent and key person to have in the Destiny 2 communities, and just because some of you absolutely toxic, rancid ideaed people think that he outspoke to someone slightly that happened to be a woman, you automatically try to label him as a misogynistic. You are the reason this game is going down the shitter. I hope you know that. You are the reason. You're the reason people don't want to come back. And you can go ahead and die on that hill like a moron if you want to, but the fact of the matter is that's how everyone sees you. A majority of people see you as an idiot. It's true. If you don't believe me, look anywhere. You look like an idiot. Okay? Mr. Waffles is far from any label you want to put him in. He has been a caring and kind person to every single person he's ever come in contact with, from my knowledge. If I'm wrong, go ahead and prove me wrong. But until then, I know I'm right. I've been watching this man for literal years. There is nothing more iconic than the video tag of, "What's up, guys? It's Mr. Waffles here," and then having him teach you how to build the bows in their eyes and drop.
Hi guys, Mr. Waffles here. Straightforward, no-nonsense upgrade guide for the fire bow.
There simply isn't anything, or transit, or any other Easter egg you need to know. A no-nonsense guide by Mr. Waffles is a godsend. And just wait until they start happening for Destiny 2. You think that Dados or Cactus comes out with good guides? Mr. Waffles creates some of the best guides I've ever seen in my life. And he's a genuine good person. There has not been a thing that I have ever been able to find on him that has ever been bad. The first time I've ever seen anyone say anything bad about him was literally in the Destiny 2 community itself. I think you're sticking up for someone who doesn't need you to stick up for him, by the way. Let me remind you, this is probably a fully capable woman who's more than able to stick up for themselves no matter the influence of Mr. Waffles. Like, let's not lie, he definitely has some sort of influence, but it's not that big anymore. I think his most recent high video was probably around here, which was probably around 200,000. But if you scroll up on his channel, his Destiny community, they're not very large. There's not a whole bunch of people watching the Destiny videos. He just likes doing the Destiny videos because it's a good game. I mean, he's even willing to do such things as sit down with the devs and literally ask them the hard questions that most people are afraid to ask in a non-asshole way. Because let's be honest here, if most of you sat down with the dev, you'd be grilling them to the point to where they just canceled the interview because you are an actual and genuinely bad person. And it's true. You might not think about it, you might not see yourself in that way, but I want you to sit into a mirror. Whoever's sitting here and thinking that Mr. Waffles is actually a problem, look into a mirror, okay? And look at yourself and see if you can genuinely see a good person. Because at the end of the day, not everyone needs you to fight a fight for them. That wasn't a fight until you created it. It's like if I were to throw a water balloon at someone and then they hit me and then someone else from down the street came up and threw a hammer in my face thinking that that person couldn't throw a water balloon back. Does that make any sense at all? No, and that's what you're doing. You are insane and obsessed over the wrong things. You were trying to find something wrong in a situation where nothing was wrong, and it's just basic high-stakes environment. There needs to be a leader in some sort of situation as well, and of course some sort of communication, but everything I've ever seen Mr. Waffles do has been from a genuine, he's trying to help standpoint, or to communicate with the team why this would work better or this wouldn't work better, and if that person's right, he'll admit to it. I haven't seen a single time or a single person anyone has ever said that this is a genuinely bad person to be around. On the other hand, I'm sure plenty of you have heard that you're a crappy person to be around, and that's why you're trying to point fingers in the first place. It sounds to me that maybe you're the actual misogynist yourself if you're going to point fingers like that. Mr. Waffles is a staple of what we should have in the Destiny community for good people, and there are plenty of good people out there. even Cactus HD, no matter how long his intros are, no matter how kind of annoying he can be, he seems like a genuinely good guy for the most part, besides the fact that I actually know a few people who played with him and said that he was a jerk, straight out of their mouth. They actually have video footage of them being there that was from like way back in Destiny 1 where they were actually playing with him. He said that he was a jerk and told Cactus straight up, hey, you're a jerk. And then Cactus blocked him. It happens, whatever. But I've never heard of mrrofflewaffle actually genuinely being a jerk whatsoever. Now, Dado, on the other hand, haven't heard anything bad about him. Most of the community in Destiny, I haven't heard anything like that. I have a feeling it's going at this person because, specifically mrrofflewaffle, is because 1, he's new to the community, 2, he already has a presence in YouTube and has for years, and 3, people are just jealous of the fact that he can create a following because of his intelligence. And you know what? You could say I'm riding right now. I guess I am a little bit. You could say I'm riding right now. But if his intelligence with just puzzle skills in general, which is what a lot of Destiny is, I mean, if you look back on old Jason Blundell streams that mrrofflewaffle did years and years and years ago now, let's see if we can find one. Years ago, he said that he made specific puzzles just for people like him not to figure out. Now, I know you see this, my final video here. I don't know when this was taken or if this was true, but obviously it's not. Some things might be clickbaity, but that's YouTube these days. All right, everything's clickbait. But this guy, Jason Blundell, he was once the Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies director for years, created some of the most iconic maps you know, whether that be Mob of the Dead, Transit, Die Rise, Dreisendrach, and many others in between. He was the one who, Origins, that's a lot of people's favorite, he created those amazing maps. Now, he wasn't involved as much in Black Ops 1, but Black Ops 2 was his baby. From everything I know of, that's what he focused on. And he would have a meeting with these guys, asking the hard questions and figure out what's going on. They had to make puzzles so complicated that it would be almost impossible for anyone, because that's how good mrrofflewaffle is at what he does. He's a genuine human who does genuinely good things for every community he's around, and I haven't seen anyone complain about it besides here. So everyone who's made a bad comment or a false advertising comment just to get a few likes and shares about this man slandering his name, you're wrong, and honestly, I think you deserve the worst, meaning I hope that you somehow get your account banned. You know, if that's the worst, I guess, then that's the worst, but obviously not something insanely crazy. That's pretty much where it goes, account ban. It's about as far as I want it to go, but there's no need to slander a good man's name for absolutely no reason. And I'm glad that the person came out and said, oh, actually, no, everything's fine. But the fact of the matter is that even when they said everything was fine, you guys kept on plucking at it like it wasn't, holding your pitchforks and torches up in the air like you were trying to chase towards something. You're insane. Now, I don't know exactly what he said at this moment in time. I haven't watched through the whole stream. I've watched clips and parts. And can he be harsh during times? Absolutely. But it's a high-stakes environment. Like I said, again, sure, he's not currently doing contest mode, but I can only imagine how intense it is inside of those Discord calls with Salty Greppo and his team, Dado and his team, Azzacross and his team, even though, you know, love Azzacross. Amazing YouTuber, by the way. Probably the biggest YouTuber I watch for Destiny besides mrrofflewaffle, which I definitely still watch more for Zombies, but I'm starting to watch for Destiny now, which is amazing. It gets intense in those calls, okay? Azzacross even said yesterday, if you heard some of the crap him and one of his, I think, mods said to each other, you'd shit yourself how mean they get. Because that's how it is. I feel like a lot of people are only saying this because it was an intense emotional aspect that he had with someone of the opposite sex. It doesn't matter. You should be able to argue with each other no matter what gender you are, no matter what the situation is. It doesn't mean you're a misogynistic or a femcel or an incel or whatever the hell you want to call them. Whatever it is in between. This is a genuine guy. You all are wrong about him, and keep his name out your mouth. That's pretty much it. Unless he does something that's actually disgusting and diabolical, which I dare you to try and find. Go ahead and watch his many years of YouTube content. I believe there's a minimum of 9 years he's been doing this since, at least from what I know of, Call of Duty Black Ops, the original one. I mean, he was the reason why people would figure things out in zombies. This was the guy you go to. 2.8 million ultimate Dertoten Easter egg, dude. All right? Mod Dertoten. This was the guy you go to. He's a blessing to have in Call of Duty Zombies or in any game he goes into because he can figure out what we can't. And that's the simple fact. He's a good person to have around. I haven't seen him ever be mean to really anyone. Not even in high stakes has he actually been mean. And like I said, I've been in raid groups where we're mean. We're absolutely mean and pissing on each other. We might as well be punching each other in the face at times, okay? But then you calm down a little bit, you get back, you center yourself, and you're fine. This is not one of those guys. Mr. Waffle's genuine human, amazing person, and I can tell you from experience of watching him for, let alone ever since Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies came out, so well over 6 years, 7, 8, 9 years since Black Ops 2 easily, bare minimally, which came out, I don't know, it feels like 10 years ago minimally. What is it? 2025? So Black Ops 2 probably came out in 2012. So, and that's without me doing the Easter eggs in Black Ops 1. That's not even me counting in Black Ops 1 there. Every video I've seen, every time I've seen this guy live stream at all, there have been absolutely no problems with him. If anything, this guy right here in this picture, Mr. T-Lexify, he had a actual situation where someone was targeting him and falsely lying about him and his relationship. Now, whether you want to believe whatever side or not, even though he slung out evidence and the other person didn't seem to have any actual evidence, that's up to you. But he was actually caught in some serious controversy. Noah J was caught in some serious controversy. And the reason I'm comparing it to this, because this is what he was dealing with, Mr. Waffles was dealing with over there. He stayed completely free from it. All right, there has never been a controversy with this guy until now, and it's because of you fucked up insane people in Destiny 2. That's what it is. Get a life, dude. Touch grass. Go say hi to your mom. Tell your dad you love him. Stepdad, grandma, aunt. You know, hug someone. Maybe go see some sunlight, swim in a pool for a little bit, visit a beach, because if this is what you're really focused on, is slandering a good man's name for absolutely no reason, you're sick in the head and need more than antidepressants to fix something like that. Now, I know this isn't going to come across to everyone. Not everyone's going to like this video. Some people are going to be pissed off with me. I don't care. You're wrong. If you're mad at me, you're the party who's in the wrong. And I fully back myself on that. And the only time I won't is if something truly damning that I have yet to see comes out about Mr. Waffles. Until that day comes, though, he is a good man. Leave him alone and stop being a weird little creep, because that's what you are. You're a weird little troll creep who's sitting there that needs to take a shower, probably shave their face, legs, or whatever the situation is, and actually do something with your life besides sitting on your chair that smells like literal dog shit because you refuse to get up from your toilet and you look like Cartman from World of Warcraft right now, where he had his mom come down and he would shit inside of a bucket while he called him a good boy. That's who I see you as, because that's probably what you look like in the real situation. And yes, I'm directly insulting you. I am, and I don't care. You can think however you want, you can say whatever you want, but if you're going to say something, at least make sure it's genuinely true, especially if it's against someone who's real. Now, I know that if you look at my videos, my shorts, I make a whole bunch of lore up. It's obviously not true. We know this, and if you're still here at this point in the video, congratulations, you learned something. But that's for entertainment purposes. I'm not slandering someone just for a few clicks. You're morally wrong. And obviously, free speech is free speech, so I don't think anyone should necessarily put you in jail for that, because that would just be messed up, you know. But get your facts straight before you just tag someone just to have a hot topic to talk about. We have Edge of Fate coming out tomorrow, everyone. It looks like it's going to be a decent DLC. I'm glad, and I hope most of you enjoy it and stop by the stream to say hello. I hope that everyone has a great time. If you don't know who Mr. Waffles is, go ahead, give this guy a subscribe. He's way larger than me, but still an amazing person. And honestly, if you watch him as well, or you stop by my stream for a little bit, then watch his stream, I totally understand. He's mightily entertaining and possibly one of the most joyous people I've ever seen make a video on the internet alone. Besides, this was what old YouTube was for me. The only people that are still around today for me is Noah J, and that's about it. And to be quite honest with you, I haven't enjoyed a Noah J video in quite a long time. He's great at zombies. I don't know how he's so cracked still. In a long time, I haven't enjoyed it. Now, the newer age Bife, you can always check him out. I don't know if he's going to be streaming it, but overall, come stop by the stream, stop by mrrofflewaffle stream, say, ye old boy wants to show you some love. If you want to, if you don't want to, that's perfectly okay. He's an amazing dude, has continued to be an amazing dude. Stop slandering a name just cuz. You're not cool, you're disgusting, and honestly, take a shower. For the love of God, get some Irish Springs, get some Duke Cannon. I wish I was sponsored by you, Duke Cannon. Please sponsor me, Duke Cannon. Come on, sponsor me today. Get some Duke Cannon, lather it all over, and make sure to clean every inch, because I'm sure you have mold growing on you if this is the guy you're going after. You have some serious mental issues that obviously the medication your doctor already put you on is not helping you at all, and you need to really figure that out. I'm sorry, but maybe your mom wasn't there, maybe your dad wasn't there enough, maybe grandma and grandpa weren't there enough, who knows, maybe you have a perfect family and you're just a psycho. That's a possibility and capability that's, a thing as well. Have a great day, night, and or evening, and Mr. Waffles, if you somehow see this video, thanks for watching, and peace.